Khloe Kardashian and Scott Disick respond to rumors about their romantic involvement, stating, "You never made me pregnant." Hi, before we continue, please subscribe to the channel for all Kardashians news and update. Khloe Kardashian and Scott Disick have been at the center of gossip headlines for years, and while both of them have always insisted they are just close friends, speculation has never really gone away. From the moment Scott became part of the Kardashian family circle through his relationship with Kourtney Kardashian, fans began to notice his unique bond with Khloe, and that closeness became a favorite subject for tabloids and internet rumors. Now, in a rare sit-down together on Khloe's new podcast, the two are addressing the talk directly, joking about the most outrageous claims and explaining how they really see their relationship. The history between Khloe and Scott is unusual in Hollywood, where friendships between men and women, especially those linked to the same family, often draw unwanted attention. Scott dated Kourtney Kardashian for years, with their relationship running in an on-again, off-again cycle until they finally split in 2015. Together, they share 3 children and remain connected through co-parenting. But because of his personality and the way he naturally fits in with the Kardashian-Jenner clan, Scott has stayed close to the rest of the family too, especially Khloe. Over time, their chemistry on camera became a recurring subplot on Keeping Up with the Kardashians and its later spin-offs. Viewers saw them banter, tease each other, and share a comfortable kind of affection that's rare outside of siblings. For some fans, this comfort read as something more. Every time they were photographed together, laughing at a restaurant, sitting next to each other at family events, or playfully poking fun on social media, the rumor mill turned. Some people were convinced they had secretly dated, while others believed they were keeping a romance hidden to avoid drama with Kourtney. When Khloe launched her new podcast, Khloe in Wonderland, she decided to address the curiosity head-on. Her very first guest was Scott himself, a choice that signaled she was ready to laugh about the gossip with the one person who has been at the center of it alongside her. Scott doesn't normally make podcast appearances, but he agreed instantly, saying he would do anything for Khloe. He even promised, in his typical dry style, that he would give you everything I've always wanted to give you, setting the tone for a conversation filled with humor and candid moments. During their talk, Scott recalled the chaotic early days of his fame when he first began appearing in tabloids after dating Kourtney. At the time, his parents would sometimes call him in genuine confusion and worry, believing things they had read. He remembered them asking, "You got Khloe pregnant?" and laughing at the absurdity of it. Playing along with the memory, he told Khloe, "Yes, Dad, I got Khloe pregnant," before she jumped in to clarify for listeners, "You never got me pregnant." Scott pointed out that according to gossip magazines, he had apparently managed to get a different Kardashian sister pregnant every other week. Khloe then told him that 2 questions have followed her for years because of their friendship. "My number 1 question, well, I think there's 2. People always ask, have you and I ever hooked up?" Scott, known for his cheeky sense of humor, pretended to give the fans the answer they wanted, blurting out, "Yeah," before Khloe quickly set the record straight. "No, we haven't," she said firmly, ending that particular rumor with a smile. The second most common question she gets, she explained, is why she and Scott are not married. She admitted she's not even sure what people mean by it, whether they're asking why neither of them is married to anyone or why they aren't married to each other. Scott found the phrasing funny too, pointing out the big difference between the 2 ideas. Khloe said no one ever specifies and, honestly, she doesn't care to give it much attention. As the conversation continued, Khloe asked if Scott finds it strange how the public can take small details and turn them into dramatic storylines, such as the rumors that he had also been romantically involved with her younger sister Kendall Jenner. She pointed out that people either pair him with her or Kendall, even though Kendall is often traveling or busy with work and Scott doesn't even see her as much as people might think. The Kendall rumors, she reminded him, go back to a 2017 headline from a magazine claiming, "Kendall, how Scott seduced me." Scott shook his head at the memory and said he doesn't believe any of those stories had truth in them. In his view, some outlets simply decide to run with a wild idea for the sake of clicks. If they see 2 people with a close relationship, they create a headline suggesting something scandalous, regardless of the facts. Scott explained that with Khloe in particular, the public fascination comes from how well they get along. Then people see us together, and because we get along so well, people are like, they're soulmates, he said. He responded to that idea with a sarcastic laugh, pointing out the obvious, like, bro, I have children with her sister. We're not soulmates. He admitted that he often says things in a joking or provocative way that could be taken out of context, but that's simply part of his personality. It doesn't mean there's any romantic undertone. While they both laughed about the absurdity of some of the public's theories, Scott acknowledged that people will probably continue to call them soulmates no matter what they say. The fact that people think that is psychotic, he said. Still, it was clear that neither of them is bothered by the rumors anymore. If anything, they've learned to turn the speculation into a shared joke. Their conversation highlighted why these rumors probably won't disappear anytime soon. The connection between Khloe and Scott is genuine, relaxed, and filled with banter that feels like two people who have known each other for decades, which, in reality, they have. They're part of each other's lives in ways that go beyond the average friendship, sharing family events, private jokes, and a level of trust that only grows over time. This trust has been tested by years in the spotlight. Both have had their personal lives picked apart by the media, Khloe through her relationships, public breakups, and health battles, and Scott through his ups and downs, including struggles with loss, personal growth, and life after his breakup with Kourtney. Through all of that, they've been constants in each other's world. For fans, that kind of steady, visible bond is intriguing, especially when it involves two high-profile personalities. Their ability to joke openly about the wildest rumors without defensiveness or awkwardness shows how solid their friendship is. They don't need to convince anyone of the truth because they know it themselves. Whether people believe them or not seems irrelevant. The episode of Khloe in Wonderland with Scott as the first guest worked on two levels. It gave fans a chance to hear directly from the pair about the gossip they've heard for years, and it reminded listeners why they like watching Khloe and Scott together in the first place. Their dynamic is sharp, funny, and warm. Even in the middle of addressing personal rumors, they kept the conversation light and entertaining, showing that they don't take the speculation too seriously. And that might be the reason these two remain such a talking point. They give people something to guess about, but never in a way that causes public drama within their family. By keeping things playful, they feed just enough into the fascination without ever crossing the line into confirming anything romantic. No matter how many times they say they've never been together, some people will hold on to the fantasy. Thanks for watching. Please do well to share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more Kardashian updates.